Hello students, welcome back to the YouTube channel of Venus Public School. We are going to revise chapter 3, that is structure of matter of class 7. And till last lecture we have discussed what are chemical symbols, what are chemical formulas. Now the next topic is, we have discussed atomicity, we have discussed valency. Today we are going to discuss chemical equations. Okay, so as we have discussed, all the elements present all around us can be represented through uh, symbols, and all the compounds can be represented through formulas. Okay, now what is chemical reaction? So basically all the time these all around us, these elements uh, elements are mixing together chemically, and they are forming compounds all the time. Or one element is mixing with a compound and thus form another compound, or two compounds used to mix together and thus we got a new compound. Clear? So basically all these things are continuously happening all around us. For example, in the stomach, whatever food we are having some chemicals in it. Okay, maybe in the form of elements, maybe in the form of compounds. And in our stomach some chemicals are continuously released, which we call digestive juices. Clear? And these digestive juices get mixed, chemically mixed with the food which we eat, and thus form another required compounds or elements or substances which get mixed into the body and helps the cells to grow. Clear? And thus we continuously keep on working, keep on living, keep on growing. Clear? And same thing is happening to the plants. Okay, and non-living things also, like all around us there are so many substances which, like while we are cooking food, we used to add numerous of spices in the food, and which would taste the food, which would give us new taste every day. So why it is happening? Because substances get mixed with each other uh, chemically, which we called a chemical reaction. So basically everything around us is in like all around us chemical reactions are continuously happening every day. Clear? Every time. Clear? And without that nothing is possible. So let us see what. So now after this discussion, what we conclude is, we are clear with what is chemical reaction. Chemical reaction is the combination of substances chemically. The chemical combination of substances is called chemical reaction. Okay, and that chemical reaction which is happening all around us can be represented in the form of symbols. Formulas are called chemical equations. When these chemical reactions are represented with the help of symbols and formulas, okay, then we can call it chemical equation. And whenever in mathematics we have learned, whenever equation word comes in, that means an equal sign and LHS and RHS also comes in. Whenever we call equations mean we are equating or comparing two different things. Okay, so while we are comparing it, we are equating them, we are trying to equate them. Clear? Like one thing is representing the other thing which is equivalent to other thing. Okay, so these two, so we must put the things into LHS and RHS. Clear? Left hand side or right hand side. So basically chemical equations involve three parts. Clear? Number one, reactant. And reactant could be element, and compound, could be compound and compound. Clear? So reactant. Products could be element, could be compound, could be both compound, could be element only. So these are the possibilities. And the reaction means when you are adding two substances, you need to add means you are mixing them. When you are mixing them, they are getting mixed chemically. Clear? So this plus sign is representing chemical mixing. Clear? Or mixing of substances chemically. Clear? So when A is getting mixed with B, it will give you C along with D. Okay, it might possible that only you will only get C, it might possible you will only get D. Like if C is an element or D is a compound, so it might happen that you will be getting a compound only, or it might possible you will be getting an element only, or it might happen that you will get both compounds, or it might happen that you will get both elements, or it might happen that one element, one compound, one compound, one element. So this kind of possibilities are there. So basically this is what chemical reaction, how it is represented with an arrow sign which is representing. While we are adding this, it will give you this too. Clear? So this is the way to represent a chemical reaction, chemical equation, sorry. Okay, so the representation of chemical reaction is called chemical equation. Now we need to keep few things in our mind while we are writing a chemical reaction. What are these steps? 4 steps we need to follow. Number 1, first of all, if something is happening around us, we know what things are getting mixed and what are the things we got out of mixing. Clear? Like if I'll ask you to make tea, okay, so you know when I told you to make a tea, so your mind has already knows it, that what are the things you are going to need. Okay, number 1, sugar, water, milk, tea leaves, cooking gas. So clear? So these are the substances which you are going to get, which you are going to add to each other. Clear? And what, as a result of chemical reaction, what is the new substance you will be getting? A cup of tea. Clear? Similarly, if something is happening, clear, like hydrogen and chlorine, when hydrogen is added to chlorine, it will give you hydrochloric acid. So we already knows that these are the substances and these are the products. These are the substances, these are the reactants, and these are the products. Clear? So first of all, we need to identify, first step, we need to identify what are the reactants, what are the products. Now with an arrow sign, we will have two sides, left hand side of arrow and right hand side of arrow. Left hand side of arrow, we need to write reactants, name of the reactants, chemical names, arrow, and to the right hand side of the arrow, we have to write the chemical names of products. Clear? And we need to use plus sign between the reactants and the products, like as I shown you in this example. A plus B would be considered as reactants, arrow sign, this is LHS, and at RHS, C and D would be considered as products. Clear? We are writing them LHS and RHS along with the plus signs to either sides of the arrow. Clear? So the first step, second step is done. Here we need to use chemical names. After that, chemical names would be replaced by symbols or formulas. Clear? Like if we are we have taken 2 elements, then we need to replace their chemical names with their symbols. Elements will be represented by their symbols along with plus sign between them. Clear? And if we are using one element, one compound, then we need to write the symbol of the element and formula of the compound, and then we need to add plus sign between them. Okay, so this would be done in third step. After that, we got an equation. Like by completing the third step, we got an equation. But when we see it very carefully, we observe that the number of molecules, the number of atoms at LHS of a particular element is not equal to the number of atoms at RHS. So we need to balance it, which is called the fourth step, that is balancing the equation. Okay, so right here there is the most common example is water. Okay, so in water, what are the things? Hydrogen and oxygen. So while we are talking about water, it is very clear in our mind we have 3 things, one product and 2 reactants. Hydrogen and oxygen, when they got mixed with each other chemically, they will form water, H2O. Clear? So we know out of water, oxygen, hydrogen, what are reactants and what is product. Clear? So in first step, we have identified reactants and product. Now in second step, we write them along with the arrow. Either side of the arrow, we will write the reactants along with plus sign and the product. If it is only product, then we will write it like this. After that, we will replace these chemical names with the chemical symbols or formulas. So we have replaced hydrogen H2, oxygen O2, and water H2O. Okay, but now if we see carefully, now after third step, fourth step, now we see hydrogen is having 2 atoms at LHS and hydrogen is having 2 atoms at RHS. It is in balanced situation. Oxygen is having 2 atoms at LHS but only 1 atom at RHS. So we need to balance it. Okay, because it is unbalanced. LHS 1 2, RHS 1. So to balance it, we need to add 2 over here. So it will become 2. Now this is balanced, but 2 into 2 it becomes 4. Hydrogen becomes 4. So if we will add 2 here, 2 into 2 4. Now it is balanced now. This chemical equation is balanced. So this is what a balanced chemical equation. This is what a balanced chemical equation you will get. This is how we used to do it. Few more examples we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.